Sherry and Trent, and yeah, we're going to update you and take you around the state again in just a second to let you know what's happening in your neighborhood. But a lot of great local officials are working hard that when the storm gets to your city, that they're prepared to take care of you and keep you safe. One of those guys, Scott McBrayer, he's the mayor at Homewood. He and I were just joking that the last time we hung out in a snowstorm, it was his Sanford football team losing a close semifinal game to Youngstown State back in the early 90s. Hopefully we'll have a better ending today.
We've got to. But thanks to y'all for all the coverage.
No problem.
Because y'all do a great job at getting information out to the people.
Well, let's start. We know a couple of weeks in advance, or a couple of days in advance at least, that this is coming. Well, what's the first step as a mayor you do to sort of rally your troops?
Well, I think the first thing, Jim, that you have to do is pull your team together, make sure everybody's on the same page. Fortunately for me, in the city of Homewood, I've got department heads that's been doing this a long time. So they've got plenty of experience. They know what to do. It's just a matter of making sure that we've got the resources available to take care of whatever need comes up.
What's the current game plan for you guys right now as this winter weather starts to move in?
Well, right now we're just like everyone else watching the weather, but we've got people positioned across the city, so we're strategically positioned so we can move in with our sand trucks. Of course, our police and fire, they stay ready all the time, but street and sanitation is in, and then one group that I think a lot of people don't think about a lot is our fleet maintenance. And I just left our shop. Those guys come in, they're prepared to spend the night, sleep on cots. We need them in the city because they're the ones that keep our vehicles operating. So if something tears up, they're here and ready to go, and we appreciate all they do.
And Mayor, I want to talk about Sanford University, which is right there off Lake Shore, and that's a whole different twist than some communities have. You've got an extra city almost staying on campus there. How's that a different dynamic for you guys, and how hand in hand do you work with university officials?
Well, very close, and actually we have two large institutions in the city of Homewood, one being Sanford, as you mentioned, but the other being Brookwood Hospital. And both very important things in our city. So we work close with both of them to make sure that we're providing the resources that help them do what they need to. Sanford's a little different operation than Brookwood Hospital, but in their own ways, they all do a great job in what they do.
When you look back behind us, there's some ice and stuff starting to form on the power lines. What are you cautioning people at this point, even though we're not seeing a lot of precipitation in the way of snow or ice? What are you telling people right now, especially in your community?
Well, we're so grateful, first of all, that I think most people were very proactive this time. A lot of us was kind of gun shy after last year. That just came up so quick that people didn't have a chance to get home. I think the opposite has happened today. A lot of people didn't even go to work. So thankfully for our men and women with the fire and police departments, and not just in Homewood, but in all the municipalities in the affected area, that takes a tremendous load off the city when you're not out trying to help that many people at one time. So we're just grateful that people right now are staying off the roads. We've been out a little bit assessing bridges and roadways, mainly up around Brookwood Hospital. We've got to keep that clear for emergency personnel that have emergencies that need to get to the hospital. So that's a major priority for us right now.
And it is a team effort as each community blends together, Homewood to Mountain Brook to Vestavia and all through. Mayor, thank you very much. Trent and Sherry, we're going to actually run some old pass routes out here with the former Sanford wide receiver and see if we can catch a pass in the freezing temperature. Back inside to you.